I would like to take some pictures, I think.
I am from Kerala, North Pradesh.
You're from Kerala, Jayashree. I'm Malayali.
Thank you.
Hi, madam. I am Rekha from Andhra Pradesh.
Pardon? You're from Andhra Pradesh. And a lot of people from Amritsar.
3 members in from Andhra Pradesh.
Oh,
I'm from Amritsar, Punjab.
you're from Amritsar, Punjab. तो मेरी हिंदी भी बहुत अच्छी है. मैं पंजाबी बाग में पली बड़ी हूँ, तो मेरी हिंदी बहुत बढ़िया है एकदम. मुंबई हिंदी नहीं है. So that's nice to meet everybody over here. That's really nice. So do we have a chat room over here? I'm so not used to Google. Is there chat?
Yes, the chat room is there.
So I'm taking this opportunity to introduce you to my YouTube link. So I would like all of you to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's my YouTube channel. And if you're all on Insta, then this is my Insta handle on this, on Insta. Sharon Storyness too. So if you go to my YouTube channel, you'll see a lot of different styles of storytelling where I've spoken like an old woman, like a Satan, like a mother who's crying, and all of that. So you'll see different versions of storytelling over there. So do you all as teachers use stories to go to your classroom and teach children? Do you do that?
Sure.
Yes,
Sure.
obviously.
Yes.
Very
Of course, ma'am.
excellent. Great. So let me tell you something about very nicely. Let me tell you something about myself. I'm Sharon Matthews. I'm an international storyteller. That means I go to different countries to perform and I get paid to tell stories. So I do an interesting job. I also train teachers on how to make classroom education more interesting through storytelling. I train business schools on how to develop business stories for their companies and corporates. It'll be nice if you're cooking, that is fine, but it'll be nice if you can mute yourself so that my volume is more if you mute yourself. Or probably director MDM. I didn't get your name. What is your name, sweetheart?
Juhi. Yeah. I'll handle these things. I'll mute.
Juhi. So Juhi. Yeah. And also, so other than being a performance artist who goes around telling stories, I am also a full-time corporate storyteller for a company called Synergy in Dubai, where I handle a few French and German products. So what I do for them is we do marketing strategy and planning, board meetings, what kind of stories to be addressed at the board meetings, how to do marketing and planning through stories, how to create brand and image through stories. If you have a press conference, which stories to tell, which not to tell. We do all those, and I do presentations for them exclusively through storytelling. I don't use any other medium, so I do it through storytelling. I'm also a full-time psychologist, so I'm an active practicing therapist. So if you have any other problems other than teaching, you can contact me later. So I hope you have my number as well. So this is my phone number. As we go along, if you have any sort of queries at any point of time, just let me know. We can stop the discussion and we can start talking. So, Juhi. Sorry. Is it Juhi?
It's all right. Yeah.
So, Juhi, when you'll tell me to start, I'll start.
Yeah, I thought you have already started. It's okay. We are on time. It's 4:04.
Yeah. So just a second. So do you want me to start right away, or do you want to talk to them a bit and then start? What is it?
I think, Shireen, it's all right. We are into the motion. We can just straight away start. So just one thing I would like to add. So I'll request all the participants. We can just switch on our videos, but as soon as we are supposed to share something, let us try to raise hands or just speak one by one, so that it will be less trouble. And very good evening, everybody. I'm happy to see participants, more than 60 over here, teachers and all other interested people who are very excited about the storytelling session. So on behalf of Ministry of Education, I would like to invite Ms. Shireen Matthews and welcome us here on this interactive platform.
Thank you so much. It's an honor and pleasure. It's an honor and pleasure to be sitting with people who can change the fate of a country. You're all teachers. I guess you can make big difference to children, their families, and people and individuals, and the country at large. So thank you. It's a complete honor and pleasure. So let's start with storytelling. Before I start, I want to know if, I know all of you use storytelling, it's mandatory, you might be having it in your lesson plans, you might have done it in your training, etc. But do you have any question to me before we begin? For me? Do you have any question? Any questions? Yes or no? You can say no questions also. Like, I know you're responding. There's something happening. No.
How long? Ma'am, I have a question.
Yeah.
How long can we tell a story? That means, what is the duration of the story?
You can tell a story from a few seconds to probably days or months. You can keep on continuing because you always have a story. You know, you always have a story. There is a whole tribe in Korea who tell stories for 9 days and 9 nights. They get a training for storytelling for 20 years. So they devote their life to storytelling, and they have developed their vocal cords in such a way that they can continuously talk. People book shows and come and stay with them. They have residential storytelling programs only to listen. So they sit and listen for 9 days and 9 nights storytelling. So, you know, you can go on with stories for as long as you want, from a few seconds to however much you want. Okay. So, but as teachers, you can probably take one story and connect it to different stories, and throughout the curriculum, you can continue that story, you know, and bring in different elements. Let me start with a science story. So instead of giving a lot of gyan, I thought I'll tell a lot of stories. That would make more sense and you'll understand how it is. So there is a very interesting story called Who is the Leader? Okay, so once upon a time, there was a board meeting going on, and there was a ruckus inside the board meeting. All the organs of the body were at war. The war was about who will be the leader. So as it happens in conference rooms, there was a placard kept outside the conference room that read, some leaders lead from the front, and some leaders lead from the back, and there is a big commotion going around the table. And as it is when you have conference or you have staff meetings, you know, there is tea coming in, there is some snacks coming in, all that. So somebody had bought in a plate full of mangoes. This is a mango season, so there were a lot of mangoes on the table. And all the organs were looking at the mango. Now the eyes, of course, eyes was the one who was perceptive of the mango. So eyes went over there, and I said, I should be the leader, because I am the one who actually saw the mango. So nose went next. Nose said, how is it possible that you are the leader? I'm the one who smelled it. So if I didn't smell it, you would not even go there. You know, you got a cue from me. So I should be the leader. So the mouth started laughing. He said, there is no point of the mango just being kept at the table if you see it or smell it or whatever, unless you put it in my mouth and I chew it with my teeth and taste it with my tongue, and my saliva turns it into a mushy ball and my epiglottis swallows it. It will not go inside the body. No point of it keeping on the table. So I should be the leader. So esophagus went next. Esophagus said, what a joke. If it remains in the mouth, it cannot go in the body. If it has to go in the body, I am the passage. From me, esophagus is the food pipe if you're not a science teacher. So if it were not for me, you would stay in the mouth. It would not go in the stomach at all. And stomach gives out a bigger laughter. What are you talking about? I should be the leader, because if it were not for me, you would all be hungry. And all the while, when you are telling the story to your children to make it more interactive, now the mango piece is inside the mouth. So the mango piece keeps on singing. This is the way I swish, swish, swish. And this is the way I twirl, twirl, twirl. So every time you have your students, all the students are going to sing this song. Okay? They are all going to do this action and they're all going to sing a song and say, this is the way. And you will tell them. So what was happening to the mango? It was getting squishier and squishier and squishier. And what was it doing? And all the children would sing, this is the way I swirl, swirl, swirl. And this is the way I twirl, twirl, twirl. And you can give them a sense of, this is how the movement takes place of the mango, and this is how the piece gets crushed and becomes more slushy and slimy and gets down the esophagus into the stomach, and all the acids again mash it up. It again turns squishier and more, it has more fibers now. And then what happens? From the stomach, it goes into the esophagus. Esophagus was a very nasty fellow, always had a temper. It was always feeling irritated and upset and angry. Sometimes teachers also feel very upset and angry all the time, isn't it? It beats the table. Stop talking. So this was esophagus. Really, this was small intestine. Really upset. He says, shh, everybody, I will be the leader. I am the one who does all the work, who produces energy and sends energy to all parts of the body, and all the parts function well because of me. So I should be the leader. So this wise guy, the big guy, the large intestine, gives him a kick and he says, shh. There is always a wise guy who brings about control in a room. So he says, shh, look at my size. I give more energy to all parts of the body. I should be the leader. And all the while, what's happening to the piece of mango? It's getting squishier and squishier and squishier. And now only strands are left of it. Only the roughage is left of it. And it's going on singing, this is the way I swing, swing, swing. And this is the way I twirl, twirl, twirl. And this is the way I swirl. This part your students are going to do. And you are telling the story. Okay. Now what happens is, everybody, you can take a take up. So there went the eyes, there was a nose, and then it starts with the mouth. So your teeth chew it, your tongue tastes it, your saliva turns it into a mushy ball, epiglottis swallows it, goes into the esophagus, then comes the stomach, then comes the small intestine, then comes the large intestine. And now what happens is, when all this fighting and commotion is going on in the conference room, who butts in? Guess. The butt butts in. And children like all these kind of jokes. Okay, they're going to enjoy and never forget digestive system. So the butt butts in and says, I will be the leader. There was a pin-drop silence for 2 minutes. And then everybody bursts out laughing. And they start teasing the butt. Butty, butt, wants to be the leader. Butty, butt, wants to be the leader. The butt is really humiliated. It is not good to bully others. You can also talk about this to children. It's not good to bully others. See what has it done to the morale of butt. So now butt, feeling really humiliated and insulted, gets really upset, and he storms out of the conference room. He goes to his room, shuts the door, and sits tight. Now, because he was not important for all the other organs of the body, they take it very lightly and they forget all about him. So they eat and they drink and they eat and they drink and they eat and they drink and they dance and they party and they dance and they party and they dance and party. And everything inside the body is okay on the first day. On the second day, they again eat and they drink and they eat and they drink and they eat and they drink and they dance and they party and they dance and they party and they dance and they party, and everything is not so okay on the second day. On the third day, they eat and they drink and they stop. There is a lot of problem. The eyes have swollen up. There is swelling in the feet. The stomach is in perpetual pain and bloated and can't move. So all the organs rush to the butt's house. Knock, 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 dum, 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 dum. The butt knows what's happening. So butt is sitting with an attitude and he's not ready to move. And all the organs are like, butt, please open the door. We are in trouble. Please open the door. Butt is still sitting with an attitude. And butt comes to them and says, so, whom do you think is going to be the leader? And they say, you, butt, you're going to be the leader. You're going, please open the door. Please open the door. He wants to make sure because he's in the attitude state. So he comes again and asks, excuse me, I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said. Can you repeat that again? Who's going to be the leader? And they all said, but you're going to the leader, but you're going to the leader. Look at my feet, it's all swollen up. My head is paining. The stomach is bloated. We can't live like this. You have to open the door. You have to do something to help us. So, but takes pity on him, he was but he had a good heart. But had a good heart. So, but goes to the corner of the room, and there are two switches which are very, very important for all the organs of the body and for the body. So he presses the first button, and the gas is released, and there is relief in the Berry land. But now he has to press the second button too. So he goes and switches on the second button. And children are going to love this joke because they love all Susupati jokes, So, and there was relief in the Belly land. And from that day on, Bhatt was elected as the leader of the organs. Now, after all this partying and everything is over, he was put on a garland and he felt really great. So small intestine looks at everybody. Small intestine was that person who always goes and does some problematic things. He says some sarcastic things and makes everybody worry. So he goes and says, oh, so Bhatt is going to be the leader. So the wise guy, the large intestine, comes again. He gives him a kick and says, of course, Bhatt is the leader. He joins his hand, bows his head, and humbly says, some leaders lead from the front, but of course, some leaders lead from the back. So that is the end of my digestive system story. Did you all get it? Some response. I want you to talk. You're teachers. I should not talk.
Yes.
Okay, ma'am,
It was
okay.
Of
nice.
course, ma'am. Yes.
You did
Yes,
it.
ma'am. Yes.
Did you enjoy it?
Yes.
Ma'am.
Yes. Not out.
Being a biology teacher, I enjoyed very much.
Okay, Jayashree. So do you think your children will enjoy it? Your students will enjoy it?
Yes, of
Yes,
course.
of course.
Sure,
Yes,
sure,
of course.
sure.
So you
Of course.
actually have to sit and look for stories and read a lot of material so there are specific sites and books available where you'll get science and math stories. But also, not if you're a teacher who's really interested in teaching, I would like all of you to be in the video. Please don't switch off your videos. I would like to look at your faces and talk. So even if you don't get a specific story from a specific site or a specific book, you keep on. Story is an art. There is no law. Okay. This story only I'll tell, and this story only can be told. Aisa kuch nahi hai. You can tell any story. You can develop the story the way you want. So always keep your eyes and ears open. Sometimes, if you're at the airport or you're going out or somebody comes to your house, just look at their mannerisms. Sometimes you find it funny, If you really observe it very closely, or you go for shopping, you're in a supermarket, or you're standing at a station, there's a queue of people. Just look at the mannerisms. Some people have very queer mannerisms, the way they move their hands, the way they move their mouth, the way they look, the way they stand, the way they express themselves. It could all be very different, and you can imitate it. You can imitate and make a character, or you can start telling a story as that character. Your children will be very interested. So I want to ask you something. If you're taking a class on any subject, whether it is biology or maths or social studies, English, vernacular language, anything, what do you think will make your student really interested in the subject?
Stories.
Related stories.
That's because I'm sitting in front of you and telling stories. This
Or
is
a language game.
Good
Or a
enjoy.
language game.
Obviously,
No,
ma'am.
very good.
Language
good
teacher
enjoy.
must
Language game also.
If the lesson
Kind of activity,
if a
some
lesson
kind of activity,
if a lesson is
activity
well
based.
supplemented with some kind of audio visual aid,
Something
And-
that can create an interest in
audio stories is what I hear. So,
Connectivity with the daily life situations.
connectivity with life situation.
anything that
Real
can create
objects.
an interest in the
What is that? What is that? Anything, Dr. Jayashree?
maybe a story, a life experience, or something like that.
Okay.
Or readiness, we can
Excuse
create a
me,
readiness.
I would like to share something.
Yes.
When I taught this respiratory system in my class, I gave my students the role play.
Okay.
So one was acting like oxygen, another was acting like nostrils, nose, lungs, etc. So it made it very interesting.
Correct. Correct.
Sure.
Correct. So for me, what I personally feel is children will be really interested in the subject if they are interested in you.
Of course.
And
Okay.
moreover, may I?
You mean to say,
moreover,
जब हम छोटे
they are
बच्चे थे,
equally engaged. If they are also equally engaged in the teaching learning process.
Yes, yes, true, true, Jyoti. कोई और भी बोल रहा था, आप बोल रहे थे हम जब छोटे थे, क्या बोल रहे थे आप?
मैम लाइफ एक्सपीरियंस जब हम छोटे थे या जब हम आपकी उम्र के थे, ऐसे लाइफ एक्सपीरियंसेस.
हाँ, तो what I'm trying to tell is you have to be an interesting person for the child to be interested in you. So if the child is interested in you as a person, then the child will be automatically interested in the subject. Because if I remember, I used to like social studies in English best because I like the social studies in English teacher. Isn't that how it is always? You like a teacher and you like that subject. You don't like a teacher and you don't like the subject. You don't like a teacher and the subject becomes very difficult for you, you know. So one of the very interesting ways, according to me, because I'm a storyteller, is to be a storyteller. Okay. So if you're a storyteller, I feel you have got a lot of scope to be an interesting personality in the class. Because, you know, we all know there are teachers. Okay. The teacher comes in the class, open the chapter, and they start teaching, right? And then you have got an assignment, you have to do the assignment, you have to come back, and this is a regular mode of teaching. But if you are somebody who comes as a different character in the class, all the eyes will be on you. You know, what is she up to? What is going to happen? So, number one is you have very direct storytelling. Number two is you have very indirect storytelling also. Okay. So this digestive system was a very direct storytelling. It is direct. You're teaching digestive system as it is. Now, let me tell you a story of concept like light and weight. Okay, light and heavy. So once upon a time, I'll tell you why I'm telling you. So the digestive system you might not have. This story, I'm sure you're all teachers. You've heard it in Aesop's fable. So after I tell the story, you have to tell me which story is the story taken from, okay, adapted from. This is a very common story. It is there in every language. ये पंजाबी, मराठी, मलयालम, हर किसी language में, कन्नड़ आपको हर किसी language में मिल जाएगी ये story. तो आप मेरी story सुनो और मुझे बताना आपने पहली story सुनी है कि नहीं. I'm 100% sure आपने सुनी होगी. So once upon a time, there were two friends, a tortoise and a spider. Okay, one day. Spider invites tortoise to his house for dinner. So spider and tortoise are very good friends, and they do all chit-chatting that the girls do. They like to do makeup, they like to wear nice dresses, they like to do shopping, they like to do all those things. So tortoise goes home. He's very excited that he has to go for dinner. He wears a new dress, he does makeup, and then he slowly trots on towards the spider's home. Now when he reaches spider's home, he realizes, oh my God, spider's house is on top of two tall trees. How is he ever going to go there and have dinner? That was impossible. He gets really upset and he says, what has my friend done to me? He's my best friend. This is how he's really upset. And he goes back home. After a few days, when the thing wears out, he says, Acha, this is what he did. I'm going to call him and I'm going to show him how this dinner is served. How do you feel when you invite somebody and actually not give them and they take all the trouble and pain and come to your house? So he invites the tortoise. So he invites the spider. Now spider thinks, wow, in spite of me treating him like this, he's still inviting me for to his home for dinner. What a lovely friend. So spider also takes all the trouble to go and stitch a nice dinner jacket for himself. And on the day when he has to go for dinner, he does his makeup, he's all ready and he's trotting along and going to tortoise's house. Now when he reaches the river bank, he realizes, oh my God, his house is right at the bottom of the river. Now how is he going to land there? Spider is very light. So he goes back. He runs and comes and gives a big dive into the river. But unfortunately, he keeps on floating, okay, because he's so light. He thinks, what should I do? Let me give it a try again. So he goes back, he again runs and comes and gives a big dive into the water. No force is enough. He goes a little down and then comes up, and he keeps on bobbing up in the water. He's simply floating, floating, floating. He goes back again, gives one final shot, and he dives with all his might. He goes a little further down, but plop, he comes up and he starts floating. He's wondering what to do. He's played the same trick with me, but I'm smarter than him. I should have a better idea. So he thinks and thinks and thinks, and he does get an idea. Now he has a new dinner jacket. He has got pockets. So what he does is he takes some pebbles from the side of the river bank and he puts it in his pocket. Now he's got pebbles. The jacket has become heavy now. Okay. Now he knows he can sink. So he goes back again. He runs and he jumps and he lands right at the bottom of the river. The tortoise is surprised. Oh my God, he's come down. I thought he'll keep on floating on the water. What is to be done? Now he's sitting on the dining table nicely. He's looking at all the food and he said, oh my God, you've made such amazing food. Thank you so much. The tortoise is getting upset. What to do with him now? Just when he's about to take the first spoon into his mouth, tortoise stops him and says, come on. Don't you know we don't sit at dinner with a dinner jacket on? Let me help you with a dinner jacket. And he takes out his dinner jacket and puts it on a rod and the spider floats up. So you need to know that light things float and heavy things sink. Okay, this is a concept. Do you know which story has this been taken from?
The Crane and the Fox?
Yes, I'm so happy that you all told me. So you can have direct stories which can be picked up from somewhere, and you can always develop and adapt old stories to suit your concept, whatever you want to do. So it doesn't have to be taken from there, which book to refer, where to go. There are so many stories which you already know. You know A Thirsty Crow, you know A Hare and the Tortoise, you know Magic Porridge Pot, you know all these very, the grapes are so sour, you know all these stories, you know. You can improvise and make it into whatever story you want. There is no rule, there is no regulation. You can go to a painting class, but you can paint whatever you want on whatever surface you want with whatever you want. There is no rule, okay? They will tell you some rules, but you can always flout rules and be more creative, and you can develop your own stuff. Okay, so that was direct. Now when I talk about indirect stories, okay, indirect story ka matlab ye hai ki if you're supposing, okay, tell me a concept, tell me any concept. कोई भी टीचर एक concept बताओ जो आप बच्चों को सिखाना चाहते हो.
I want to teach tenses. Tenses.
We will do a tense story at the end, the math story, okay? But
Okay,
now I'm
okay.
telling you indirect. So you want to teach tenses. So supposing, for example, I have a book here which says, so chapter 39, exercise 4.2, take out this page, and now these are tenses. You're reading some chapter, okay? Suddenly what you do is, in the middle, you have taught them for 10 minutes, okay, Mr. Madhu, okay? You've taught them for 10 minutes and suddenly you put on a goggles, okay? And the children are like, what's happening to Madhu sir? Madhu sir is wearing goggles. And when Madhu sir wears goggles, he tells stories. He becomes a storyteller. Okay? And the moment you wear goggles, you'll say, once upon a time, there was a tortoise and a spider. And you know what they were doing? Or once upon a time, there lived a princess high up on a cliff. Then you say, okay, so what happens is, after this, check exercise 4.3 and you're continuing your math sums for another 10 to 15 minutes. Their attention will be on you. This is a very good mechanism to capture children's attention. So, you know, they are not only waiting for the glasses to go up again, they're also listening to everything that you have to say about tenses as well. Your whole idea when you enter a classroom is to get children's attention. You know that. That is the biggest job. Okay? It's not about how well you teach and how badly you teach, because I know you all teach very well. You only want to get the children's attention. That is the most important part. So all these gimmicks really make them interested in you. So again, you have finished 4.2. Then you know what happened. Suddenly the princess heard music and she started wondering, where is this music coming from? She comes to the window, she looks down. Now what happened to that sum is, take the 4 to the left, or a plus b square, whatever you want to do, you continue with your chapter, okay? Now what I'm trying to tell you is, you don't have to have big puppets, big things to talk about, to tell a story, but you have to have one element which makes you stand out. For example, wearing glasses is one element, okay? Teachers, this is so simple. You take a dupatta, okay? Take a dupatta. So take a fancy dupatta. Don't take a normal dupatta because you have to stand out. Your children should really like you. So when you do a dupatta, and the moment you wrap the dupatta, this particular dupatta, not a different dupatta every day. So you have to have a very important, nice, beautiful looking dupatta which is kept in the cupboard. And the moment you wear it, once upon a time, okay? And the moment you take the dupatta down and put it on the bench, okay, so now we are moving from digestive system to respiratory system, okay? So it starts with the nose and it goes into the trachea, bronchioles, areola, etc., lungs, etc. And then, so you know what happens? The horse comes running from that side and you hear that sound. You continue with the story, then you can, this is so simple. You can tell a Cinderella story, you can tell a frog story, you can tell whatever story you want, but just you have to bring in that element in between. Now, it could be anything, you know. If you have a fan, just fan yourself. So the moment the teacher takes the fan, the children know the story has begun, and they will wait for you to take the fan. Abhi fan ki bari kab aayegi? You know, when is my teacher going to fan? But is chakkar mein, they are also listening to everything that you have to talk about the subject. Or you can have some music. It need not be fancy. It can be anything. You know, small children have that anything. Or you can take a box, put some rocks. It can make a sound. You can have some puppets. So because I love puppets, so there are some puppets. So this is laugh. So every time laugh comes into the classroom, he's like, so you know, your puppet can laugh or your puppet can do anything. I like big puppets. So you know, there are some teachers I know do use small puppets like these. So you have small finger puppets. But as a storyteller, I can tell you this does not make much impression in the classroom, you know, because they're so small and tiny, and you have a big classroom with a lot of children with a lot of sound. So this somewhere gets, it disappears, you know. So it's nice to invest in one puppet and you will be known. For example, this is Kareem. Hello, everybody. Let me look at her. Let me have a good look at everybody. Wow. I love to see these pretty, pretty faces. And I love to tell stories. So I would like to tell you one story. You know what? Once upon a time. So if you have a big puppet, that also creates. So it's a one-time investment. Go to Google, you know, surf for some puppets. If you get a big puppet who talks to you, sometimes whispers, and children would like to know, what is he exactly telling? Shh. Oh. So, you know, if it just needs a little practice. It's not a big rocket science, okay? It just needs practice. You just need to be innovative. You can have a handmade puppet. You know, this rooster I made just with cutting papers. If you see, it's all papers, only papers. Just papers cut and stuck, okay? But it's a rooster. So if the rooster starts talking, or you take the rooster in your hand, and if it starts, so you can use anything that you have, and it becomes interesting for the children from your normal routine. You can have a hat, you can have a cap, you can have special, some big bangle. The moment you put that, something happens to you. Do you have better ideas? Maybe you can give me some ideas which I can use later on. Is something coming in your head, what you can use and what you can do? Do you have some nice ideas?
Yes, sometimes some music can be used.
Pardon?
Sometimes some piece of music, good music can be
Some
used.
piece of music can be used, yes. But what you need to remember is, whatever prop you're using, whether it's music or a musical instrument or a puppet or a dupatta or a glass or a hat, whatever you're using, keep it constant. Don't change it always. Because the moment you do this, they know now sir is going to tell us a story. Okay? The moment you take out, it's back to subject. So, एक दिन ये, एक दिन वो, ऐसा कुछ नहीं हो सकता. You have to have one thing constant. If you're using this dupatta, then use only this dupatta. So they know. Dupatta aa gaya hai, now our teacher is turned into a storyteller. She's going to tell us a story. They're not going to be very hooked on and interested in all that you have to say. Okay? Now, when I went to study storytelling, I learned puppetry from a lady called Mirella Forbes in Sweden. So she has a very interesting concept. She has a magic well, okay? The magic well could be anything. You can create a magic well. And then what you can do is, you know which concept you are going to use, okay? So for example, sir wants to use tenses. let me give another example first. I'll come to you. Oh, so this is laugh, and laugh sometimes can fly. Now in stories, anything can happen, right? He loves to fly over the mountains and he loves to fly over the seas. So he usually fly over 7 mountains and 7 seas, and he comes and rests on a magic well every single day. When Miss Jayashree enters the classroom, this is what he does. And then what Cow says is, he says he loves to fish. Okay, so he goes into the well and he always takes something. Oh, and Miss Jayashree is surprised, and all the children are surprised because today he has come up with an octopus. And I wonder, what is an octopus doing in the well? I see. Okay, what else? Let's see, what else does he find? Oh my God, he finds something really beautiful, a shell and some seaweeds. I wonder what these seaweeds in this shell is doing. Oh, it's so beautiful. Okay, let's see what else he has got. He has got a whale. Oh my God, all the creatures from the sea are coming out. Do you think he wants you all to learn about sea or ocean something? I guess he does. So today Laugh has decided that you are all going to learn about all the sea creatures that he has taken out. Now, these creatures that go into the well is pre-planned by the teacher. Whatever she wants to teach, those concepts are already inside the well. You're simply creating a story to create interest among the children in the class, so they can pick up anything. So, for example, if you want to teach tenses, there are 10 pencils black color, there are 5 pencils which are green color, and there are other pencils in odd numbers which are orange color. So he picks up all the 10 black pencils. So you're wondering, why 10 black pencils? What does this mean? Okay, he's picked up 5 green pencils. I wonder what is that? And he's picked up 3 orange pencils. Okay, now let us all think, what is he trying to tell him? And you can teach them the concept of unit 10 and whatever you want. Okay? So it all depends upon you. So these indirect stories are stories to create interest in the children. About what? Tell me, create interest in what?
In learning.
No. Create interest in you. In you.
Okay, yes.
You're a very interesting person when you do this. ये सब boring लोग नहीं कर सकते. ये सब interesting लोग ही कर सकते हैं. Okay. So when you do these interesting stuff, the children says, "Oh my God, Miss Hannah is so interesting." I am sure once you start this activity, children are going to talk about you to the entire school and in their house and to their neighbors and to other school children. You know, we have a Miss Hannah who has a laugh and he always fishes and we learn from that. It's going to be so interesting. They're never ever going to forget you. And when they're not going to forget you and when they're going to be so interested in you, they're automatically going to be interested in the subject without doubt. I always feel 80 to 85% of the challenge with children to study well is to create an interest. Create an interest. Once the interest is created, then it is like magic. You know, they will learn everything because every child is intelligent. Every child has a great focus because their world is small. They can focus on anything better than any adult. The only thing is to create interest, and that interest will come if you appear to be a very, very interesting person for the child. Now there is another very simple concept. So see, you can make stick puppets, which is very easy. You don't have to go and spend a lot of money. I'm sure you have colored papers in your house or old magazines or old newspapers. All you need to do is cut it into a shape and stick it. This is a chocolate wrapper. Okay. What is this? Can you guess? You muted, so I can.
Stick or a cloth.
What is this? What is this? What shape is this?
It's a butterfly.
Butterfly. What is this?
Butterfly.
Cat.
Mouse.
Not a mouse, a cat. So this is a bigger cat, it's a tiger. What is this?
Rhinoceros.
Rhinoceros, okay. What is this?
Elephant.
Elephant, exactly. So what I'm trying to tell you is, you don't have to, have paints and colors and color and exactly give shape and size. You simply cut it in the same shape, stick whatever picture you want to pick, and it becomes a beautiful stick puppet, you know. So there is a concept, I'm sure a lot of English teachers teach of small, medium, and big, right? So there is a very interesting story. Once upon a time in the jungle, there was a small sneeze. So you all have to now unmute yourself and sneeze with me. Okay? So you all have to unmute yourself and you just have to say, achoo. Achoo. Imagine all the children will be so excited in the class to do this. So one day in the jungle, there was a small sneeze. Achoo. Bless you, butterfly, said the tiger. Next in the jungle, there was a medium-sized sneeze. So some of my puppets have flown away because I have a parrot and a monkey also. So the monkey comes up, parrot comes up and says, next in the jungle. So I say, next in the jungle, there was a medium-sized sneeze. So the parrot says, bless you, butterfly. And then she says, next in the jungle, there was a big-sized sneeze. Come on, everybody. Achoo! Yes. Bless you, monkey, says the tiger. Next in the jungle, there is an enormous sneeze. Everybody. Bless you, tiger, said the hippo. Next in the jungle, there was an enormous sneeze. Achoo! Bless you, hippo, said the elephant. Next in the jungle, there was a gigantic sneeze. Come on, everybody. Bless me, said the elephant. I have blown away the jungle. So it's a funny story, but you're teaching children not only big, medium, small, medium, and big. You're also teaching them small, medium, enormous, huge, gigantic, all of these concepts, you know, and it is so much fun. And then you talk to children and say, have you ever seen a gigantic flower? Just ask them. So some child will remember this, and when he sees something big, which is bigger than its ordinary size, the next day he'll come and tell you, you know, teacher, yesterday I saw a gigantic mosquito in my house. It doesn't matter what he thinks or what he's feeling, but he's learned new vocabulary in such a simple way and he'll never forget it. And he's also using it every single day. You know, it has become a part of his vocabulary, which is amazing. So these are some indirect stories which you can teach as English. There is an amazing math story. Okay, so sir chale gaye, wo tens ka mujhe story aaya, sir ne yaad aaya mujhe, sir ne bataya. So once upon a time, there was a beautiful princess. Her name was Shruti Mahajan. Okay, she loved maths. She just loved maths, and she loved parties. The bigger the party, the better it was. So what she didn't like was cold, snowy day. So one day when it was snowing really hard, Shruti was really upset. What is happening? I want to have a party. Okay, so it will remove all the gray days and gray mood from me. So she thinks of inviting the entire kingdom. Now that's a big, big task. And she wants this to be a costume party. And then you ask the students, what costume do you like? So Shipra, what do you like? What costume do you like? If you were to come for a costume party, what would you like to come as? Shipra has gone. Gown. You want to be a princess?
Yeah.
Okay. So Hannah, what costume would you come in? I'm not asking this. This is not my problem. Shruti is asking you this. Okay, she's the princess. She wants the costume party.
Maybe a gown.
A gown. All the girls want to be princess. Okay. Juhi, what would you like to come dressed as?
Sunflower.
Sunflower. Okay, great. Mr. Sant Kumar Sahani, what would you like to come dressed as?
Hello.
Yes. आप हमारी श्रुति की पार्टी में क्या पहन कर आना चाहेंगे? आप क्या बनकर आना चाहेंगे? स्पाइडरमैन, ही मैन, प्रिंसेस, किंग, प्रिंस?
प्रिंस ही न बनेंगे ना।
प्रिंस बनेंगे आप? अच्छा, बहुत प्रिंस और प्रिंसेसेस है श्रुति आपकी बॉडी में। तो ऑल दीज पीपल नाउ, अब इनको सबको बुलाने के लिए इनविटेशन तो देना पड़ेगा ना। So Shruti likes maths, she likes numbers, so she sits, she takes her book and she starts thinking and she starts writing down everybody's name. She keeps on writing, 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 and she realizes she is the princess of a very big kingdom. There are too many people in her kingdom. So she thinks, acha, okay, now I need an assistant. So she calls her assistant Miss Neelam Sharma. I'm sorry, she's senior to you. These are just characters in the story, okay? So Mrs. Neelam Sharma comes and she sits and she keeps on writing, she keeps on writing, she keeps on writing. From morning to evening, they keep on writing the name of the people in the kingdom, but it doesn't get over. They are worried. They call one more assistant. They need Juhi also. Okay. So now the next day, the third day, Juhi and Miss Neelam Sharma, they are both sitting and they're writing and writing and writing and writing. Miss Neelam asks Juhi, "Did you finish?" Miss Juhi says, "Did you finish?" No, they're writing, writing, writing. Finally, by sunset, the writing part is over. The list is ready. Now, Miss Juhi and Miss Neelam did one big mistake. Miss Shruti realizes. What? Miss Juhi, when started writing the list, started writing 1, 2, 3, and Miss Neelam also started writing 1, 2, 3. Now, how do they know how many people are there? Because Shruti is such a lovely host. She wants to give a return gift to everybody. So how will she know now how many return gifts are going to go? Now, this is a very big task. Just then, Mr. Sahani comes and rings the bell. You know, the Purane Zamane ka bell in the palaces. Tong, tong, tong. And the big gates of the palaces are open for him. And thank ta-da! Mr. Sahani Padare. And he walks in. And Shruti says, "Why did you take so much of time to come? You know, I'm having trouble over here counting all the people in the kingdom. I've thrown a party. There are going to be a lot of guests. Now I don't know how many return gifts to order." So he says, "What is the problem?" She says, "Miss Juhi did a very big blunder. She started writing from 1 to 3. She didn't see where I had stopped. And Miss Neelam also started 1 to 3. Now we have 3 lists, all start with 1 to 3, and I don't know what to do. How are we going to calculate so many numbers? Because the moment I keep on calculating, I keep on forgetting where I stopped, and somebody comes in, walks in, and I keep on forgetting." Mr. Sahani has a solution to every problem in the world. Okay. So he says, "Oh, this is very, very simple. Do you have ribbons? You have such beautiful hair, Shruti. You have ribbons, I'm sure." Shruti says, "Of course, I have lots of ribbons." So he says, "Okay, bring lots of blue ribbons, bring lots of green ribbons, and bring lots of red ribbons." So Shruti goes, she has these fancy, beautiful ribbons. So she brings the blue ribbons, and she brings green ribbons, and she brings red ribbons. Now he says, "Do you know how to count in tens?" She says, "No, what is that?" Though she loved arithmetic, this is a part she missed out, okay? So he says, "Oh, it's very simple. You know what you do? Take all the 10 names and put it in an envelope. And when you have got 10 names, so you don't have worry 1, 2, 3, 4. You don't have to worry about after 10. So all the 10 names you put in one envelope and tie it with a blue ribbon, okay? That's so simple." She says, "Wow, that is simple." So she has got lots of bundles. She ties everything with blue ribbons. And then she says, "Now take 10 blue ribbon envelopes and tie it with a green ribbon. That becomes 100. She says, "Wow." So now she has 5 green ribbon envelopes, 2 blue ribbon envelopes, and there are 3 single red ribbon envelopes. So how many people are there? Can you guess? 5 blue ribbons, 3 green ribbons, 2 red ribbons. So
533.
533 or 532, depending on what is left with the red. It's so simple. Oh my God. She solved the problem, and she knows that now she has to buy 532 gifts for her friends. So it's such an easy way to teach. कौन सा बच्चा 10th भूल जाएगा ऐसे सीख कर, और कौन सा बच्चा इसको full marks नहीं मिलेगा, because the entire time in his head Princess Shruti, and it becomes so easy for that image to project on the paper and write the right answers and to calculate. So if you put a little bit of mind and a lot of heart, you can teach better with stories to children. So it can be concept stories, it can be English, it can be maths, it could be anything. You can take any story, and making it more simple for you, because researching for all exact stories is also difficult. Take any story and teach any concept, because any story will have language. Aapko kuch particular vocabulary sikhana hai, put that in the story. Okay, everything will have some sort of a measurement, some sort of a calculation. Nahi hai to usme dal do. It will become interesting. Okay, if you want to teach about ingredients, how good healthy food, bad food, whatever, junk, etc., throw a party. Some people are refusing to eat the junk food. Some people want to eat healthy food. Okay, same story. So with the same story, you can teach English, you can teach maths, you can teach social studies, you can teach EVS, you can teach language, you can teach whatever you want to teach. You can teach direct stories, you can teach indirect stories. If you don't want to get into the whole jhanjat of finding stories and all that, take any story. 5 story lo, koi si bhi, Cinderella, kuch bhi, movies, anything. Take 5 stories, learn it really well, use a prop and start telling that story. It doesn't have to be related with your subject at all. But when you put the goggles, the tens and units become very interesting. So I guess हमारे 51 minutes complete हो गया. अभी 10 minute आपको कोई question पूछना है, आप पूछ सकते हो.
और भी एक बहुत अच्छा तरीका है. जैसे किसी भी स्टोरी में कोई भी स्टोरी डाल दीजिए. जैसे मैं करता हूँ कि कभी एक कंटिन्यूस स्टोरी 6 महीनों तक चलती है मेरी. बिल्कुल 5 मिनट बोलूंगा आज ज्यादा नहीं. फिर मैं क्या करता हूँ कि अभी मेरा आज का जो कॉन्सेप्ट है उसमें डालना है, तो मैं उनको बोलता हूँ कि फिर उनको नींद आ गई. अब नींद आ गई तो उन्होंने एक सपना देखा और सपने में देखा, ऐसा करके मेरा कॉन्सेप्ट सपने में शुरू हो जाता है. वो स्टोरी तो चलती रहती है.
तो आपकी जो स्टोरी चलती रहती है ना, उसमें आप एक प्रॉप यूज करेंगे तो आप बहुत मजेदार इंटरेस्टिंग स्टोरी टेलर हो जाएंगे. अगर आप, मेरे ख्याल से व्हेन आई लुक एट यू, आप अगर एक टोपी रख लेंगे तो बहुत मजा आ जाएगा. आप एक जैसे टोपी डालेंगे आपकी स्टोरी कंटिन्यू होगी. और वो स्टोरी आप जैसे बोल रहे हैं 6 महीने की आपकी स्टोरी है, पूरे 6 महीने यूज करिए. एवरी टाइम यू वांट टू स्टार्ट द स्टोरी, टोपी पहनिए और स्टोरी शुरू कर दीजिए. मजा आ जाएगा बच्चों को. आई विश ऐसे मेरे टीचर्स होते. आई थिंक हम सबके ऐसे टीचर्स होते तो भी बहुत मजा आता हमको, है ना, जो स्टोरी सुनाते हैं. इतने इंटरेस्टिंग लोग होते हैं. So I think the main idea of storytelling is to make yourself very interesting. Story is a part of you. You're using story for something, but the main idea should be you to become an interesting person for the child. They should love you. If they love you, they will do anything for you. They will listen, they will study, they will do everything.
Mom, I think the listening skill will be improved very much through storytelling.
Yeah, of course. It's so interesting. There's nothing more interesting. There's nothing more simple. There's nothing more simple. Anything else you would like to give me a feedback?
मेरा मानना है,
हाँ जी, बोलिए.
मेरा मानना है कि विद्यालयों में एज ए रिसोर्स पर्सन के रूप में स्टोरी टेलर डेवलप किया जाना चाहिए. और मैं अपने विद्यालय में ऐसा किया है जो एकेडमिक रूप से काफी वीक थे और उनको कहानी कहना था. तो कहानी कहने से बच्चे का ये मानसिक रूप से और साइकोलॉजिकल साइड जो है ये बड़ा स्ट्रोंग होता है, क्योंकि साइकोलॉजिकल साइड में इमेजिनेशन है, फिर उस क्रिएटिविटी है. तो सारी चीजें जब डेवलप एक विधा से हो जाए तो उसे विद्यालयों में लागू करना ही चाहिए. रोज एक इसको कैरिकुलम के रूप में लेना चाहिए. और मैंने किया और काफी सफलता मिली. एक चीज से भी विद्यालय बढ़ सकता है जो कि आपका स्टोरी टेलिंग है, लेकिन ये कहने में हाव भाव के साथ भाषा शैली है, कथोपकथन है, ये थीम वगैरह है. तो टाइम प्लेस है, फिर उसके चरित्र होते हैं और किसी फिर हम जो कैरेक्टर होता है वैसा हो कि फिर वो एक मॉडल डेवलप करने में बच्चों की मदद करे। तो इस तरह से स्टोरी टेलिंग जो है वह टीचिंग का एक मेथोडोलॉजी के रूप में भी इसका उपयोग किया जा सकता है, मेरा मानना है ये।
बिल्कुल किया जा सकता है। इनफैक्ट हम स्कूल्स में जाकर टीचर्स को ट्रेनिंग देते हैं कि क्लासरूम को आप कौन कौन से कॉन्सेप्ट्स कैसे कैसे सिखा सकते हो, बॉडी लैंग्वेज कैसा होना चाहिए, वॉइस पर कैसे काम कर सकते हो, वॉइस मॉड्यूलेशन कैसा होना चाहिए, एक्सप्रेशंस कैसे होने चाहिए। जैसे मैं एक छोटा सा आपको एग्जांपल देती हूँ, हमारे पास टाइम है क्या जूही?
We have like 5-10 minutes, we can stretch.
ओके ओके, तो मैं आपको बहुत सिंपल चीज एक बता देती हूँ। अगर आप लोग मुझे अपने स्कूल में बुलाते हैं तो इट्स वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग, नहीं बुलाते हैं तो मैं आपको शॉर्टकट में 5 मिनट में कुछ चीजें सिखा सकती हूँ। जैसे अगर आप जब बोलते हैं, क्योंकि टीचर्स का काम बोलना होता है, हम लोग सब स्पीकर्स हैं, ठीक है, तो जब आप बोलते हैं तो आपके फेस में आप जो भी चीज बोल रहे हो, कुछ भी बोल रहे हो, आप स्पीच बोल रहे हो, सिखा रहे हो, पढ़ा रहे हो, कुछ भी बोल रहे हो, तो सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट ऑर्गन कौन सा है आपके फेस का जिसको आपको सबसे ज्यादा यूज करना चाहिए? कौन सा है ऐसा? सब लोग आईज ही बोलते हैं, लेकिन सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट आईज बाय इटसेल्फ कैन नॉट फंक्शन। ओके, तो सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट अपने फेस में है आईब्रोज। ये सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट है। जैसे आप मेरा फेस अभी देखो, ठीक है, अगर मैं सानी साहब को मिलती हूँ और मैं बोलती हूँ हेलो सानी साहब, ऐसे बोलती हूँ, अभी मैंने आईब्रोज बिल्कुल नहीं हिलाए, अभी देखो अब मैं आईब्रोज ऊपर करके बोलती हूँ हेलो सानी साहब। देयर इज अ डिफरेंस, इज देयर अ डिफरेंस? मैं बोलूंगी वंस अपॉन अ टाइम और मैं बोलूंगी वंस अपॉन अ टाइम, इट मेक्स अ लॉट ऑफ डिफरेंस। ओके, तो जब भी आप बात करते हो और अगर आप आईब्रोज रेज करके बात कर सकते हो तो आपकी पूरी बात बहुत ज्यादा इंप्रेसिव और इंटरेस्टिंग लगेगी। हाँ, और जब भी आप बोलते हैं, एक्चुअली क्या होता है, जब भी आप बोलते हो तो अगर आप अच्छे वाचक हो, अच्छे कहानीकार हो, अच्छे टीचर हो, तो आप जब बोलोगे तो आपका बच्चा सिर्फ सुनेगा नहीं, आपका बच्चा देखेगा भी कि आप क्या देखना चाहिए कि आप क्या बोल रहे हो, तो उसको ज्यादा समझ में आएगा। सो फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अगर मैं बोलूंगी वंस अपॉन अ टाइम, अभी मैं हाथ नहीं हिला रही हूँ, ठीक है, मैं जेस्चर्स दिखा रही हूँ, अगर मैं बोलूंगी बहुत पहले की बात है, एक राजा नदी किनारे अपने मंत्री के साथ चल रहा था, अचानक उसकी नजर नदी के बीचों बीच एक मछुआरे पर पड़ी, जो जिसके सफेद सफेद बाल थे, सफेद लंबी दाढ़ी थी, लुंगी पहना था। वो अपनी मछली के जाल को उठाता जाता था, फेंकता जाता था, उठाता जाता था, फेंकता जाता था, उठाता जाता था, फेंकता जाता था। राजा ने कहा क्या कर रहा है, इसको बुलाओ, हम इससे बात करना चाहेंगे। मंत्री ने आवाज लगाई, ए मछुआरे, हमारे महाराज तुमसे मिलना चाहते हैं। ये सुनते ही मछुआरे ने अपना जाल नदी नाव में रखा, नाव चलाकर किनारे आया, नाव से उतरा, महाराज के पास गया, सर झुकाकर बोला महाराज। अब ये चीज मैंने बिना हाथ के बोली है, ठीक है, आपने, हो सकता है इंटरेस्टिंग आपको कुछ लाइंस लगी हो तो आपने बड़े ध्यान से सुना हो, लेकिन अगर आप हाथ यूज करते हैं तो अब देखिए कैसा लगेगा आपको। बहुत पहले की एक बात है, एक राजा अपनी मंत्री के साथ नदी किनारे सैर कर रहे थे, अचानक उसके लंबे सफेद बाल थे, लंबे सफेद दाढ़ी थी, जाल को उठाता जाता था, फेंकता जाता था, उठाता जाता था, फेंकता जाता था, उठाता जाता था, फेंकता जाता था। महाराज ने अपने मंत्री से कहा, कर क्या रहा है, मैं इससे बात करना चाहता हूँ। मंत्री ने एक कदम आगे बढ़ाया और आवाज लगाई, ओ मछुआरे, ओ मछुआरे, हमारे महाराज तुमसे बात करना चाहते हैं। ये सुनते ही मछुआरे ने जाल नाव में रखा, नाव चलाया, नाव की नदी के किनारे पहुंचा, नाव से उतरा, महाराज के पास गया, सर झुकाकर हाथ जोड़कर बोला, हुक्म महाराज। अब आप देखिए इन दोनों में कितना ज्यादा फर्क है। अगर मैं अपना हाथ नहीं यूज करती हूँ तो आप वो पिक्चर नहीं देख पाते हैं, अगर मैं आप हाथ यूज करती हूँ तो आप वो पिक्चर देख पाते। बहुत पहले की बात है, नदी किनारे, बहुत पहले की बात है, नदी किनारे, तो आप ना ड्राइंग कर रहे हैं हवा में और लोगों को एक पिक्चर दिखा रहे हैं, तो ये बहुत जरूरी है कि आप अपने हाथ बहुत यूज करें, इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। और क्योंकि सारी बातें मुंह से हो रही है, वी आर ऑल टॉकिंग विद आवर माउथ, ऑल द हैंड जेस्चर्स शुड बी नियर द माउथ एंड नॉट डाउन। Okay, so it's not once upon a time a king was walking on the seashore and suddenly he saw a fishmonger right in the middle of the river on a boat. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए, एक्शन यहाँ पर होना चाहिए, एक्शन वहां पर किसी को दिखाई नहीं देगा. A long time ago, a king was walking with his minister, and suddenly he saw a fisherman right inside his boat in the middle of the river. ऐसा होना चाहिए. तो आपकी जो एक्शंस है, हाथ को यूज करना 100% बहुत ज्यादा जरूरी है, और हाथ को अपने मुंह के पास यूज करना जरूरी है, क्योंकि यहाँ पे से आप बोल रहे हो और यहाँ से आप पिक्चर दिखा रहे हो. ठीक है, ये एक चीज है. तीसरी चीज बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट ये है, मेरी कंपनी है स्टोरी नेस्ट, हम सबको बोलना सिखाते हैं, स्टेज पे कैसे जाकर बोलना चाहिए या टीचिंग कैसे करना चाहिए. हमारे 3 रूल्स हैं, बहुत ध्यान से सुनना. ठीक है, पहला रूल है आपको लाउडली बात करना है, बहुत तेज. सेकंड रूल है आपको लाउडली बात करना है, बहुत तेज. और थर्ड रूल है आपको लाउडली बात करना है, बहुत
तेज.
करेक्ट. क्योंकि अकॉर्डिंग टू मी, अगर आप तेज बात करते हो तो ऐसा हो ही नहीं सकता कि आपका कॉन्फिडेंस लो हो. इट इज नॉट पॉसिबल, इट्स नॉट पॉसिबल. जो बहुत हाईली कॉन्फिडेंट इंसान है, आप उसको कभी भी धीरे बात करते हुए नहीं सुनोगे. ओके, तो अगर आपको डर लग रहा है या कभी कुछ गड़बड़ है इन द क्लासरूम व्हाटएवर, आपको सिर्फ अपनी वॉइस की वॉल्यूम बढ़ानी है. जब आप वॉइस की वॉल्यूम बढ़ा लोगे ना, तो आपका कॉन्फिडेंस सबकॉन्शियस माइंड के थ्रू ऑटोमेटिकली बढ़ जाएगा. तो मैंने आपको शॉर्ट में मैंने सिखा दिया कि स्टोरी टेलिंग कैसे करनी चाहिए. आईब्रोज अप, हाथ के जेस्चर मुंह के पास, एंड यू हैव टू बी लाउड. वॉइस के बहुत एक्सरसाइजेस हैं, लेकिन वो बहुत कॉम्प्लिकेटेड है. हम लोग सिर्फ वॉइस ट्रेनिंग भी देते हैं, तो वो बहुत ही एक्सटेंडेड है, तो वो 1 घंटे में तो नहीं हो सकता. But I guess you got the gist of whatever I wanted to tell you to enhance your teaching skills, to make your classroom more interesting, to have a better bond with your students as a teacher. I hope you got all of this together in this 1 hour session. I think I've told you everything that I could put in this 1 hour.
Ma'am, I would like to ask one thing. How can we use storytelling for like 11, 12 graders? Like, I don't think they would like all these puppets and everything. So how we can use?
They would love. You haven't tried. You just try. So even if you don't try, we talked about a lot of things that you can use. Like, for example, a dupatta, a hat, a music, whatever. Children, 11th and 12th graders, they love blogging, they love videos, they love YouTube. You just find out what is trending in the YouTube, what are the 11th and 12th grade hooked on. Start talking about this. The moment the hat goes up, you're talking about it. The moment your dupatta comes in, you're talking about it. It becomes interesting. Also, there is a site called storyweavers.com. You will get storyweavers.com. You will get massive number of stories from there. You go to my YouTube channel. I have told a lot of stories, so you'll get a lot of stories from there. You can connect with me personally if you want some certain specific concept, so I can tell you, because there are so many, there's a lot of bibliography, a lot of books that are included for, there is a whole line of stories called STEM stories. Science, technology, English, math stories. There is Stream also, because they have included reading and arts. So just Google and find out. You will get a concept for every class, stories for every class. In fact, Miss Arora, there is Jyoti. It's my dream to develop an app where I can give every story for every concept for every class, for every board. This is really, I'm an author for an app called Storytell, where we tell stories. But I really want to work on this, what I told you just now. I have been talking to different people. I mean, I have been doing a lot of research. If you're interested in helping me, please come forward, because we would require teachers who can tell us amazing, interesting stories. And then we'll have storytellers who will put it in these apps. And the children just have to go to one board, one class, science, which concept, and they get the story of it. It would become so interesting. Not only for the children, I think very interesting for the teachers also. So if they want to introduce a new concept, a new methodology, anything new, they can simply go there and find out a story and come up with that. So we're working on that. It's challenging because there are so many boards now.
Can I add something here?
You're ready to contribute. Connect with me, doctor. So we'll definitely talk about it. I'm really interested in doing that.
Can I add something here?
Yes, Ms. Jyoti.
See, we have a storytelling society. We have initiated this last year only. After receiving this national award, the money received out of this national award was use in creating a community library. And under that library, I have created a storytelling society. And we have a set of passionate teachers, those who do storytelling up to class 5 for the school. And then on every Saturday and Sunday, we have a designated place wherein we invite children from the slum areas to come and enjoy those stories. And this storytelling society group has also been visiting these child care centers under Government of Delhi. So, but I had the same question, like it was raised by one of my friends here, that when it comes to senior classes, then I feel that many a times we fail in creating that kind of impact. Usually, what we are able to create up to class 8.
You know, even when I did my MSc in psychology, we had a professor who used to come and tell us stories, and the stories were anecdotes from his college, from his classroom, something from Buddha, whatever. But we always used to look forward for this sir's class because he was so interesting. Everybody else was boring to us, you know, because they only talked about the subject, they only talked about curriculum, they only talked about exams and grades. So there was this person who told us stories, and it was interesting always to look forward to ye sir aayenge aur hamari class lenge, you know. So I guess I don't think, see, you are teachers, okay? Even if you go now for a training session, and if you get somebody who's going to tell you anecdotes and who's going to tell you stories related to whatever you're about to learn, you will find it very interesting. Then why not 11th and 12th? They'll find it very interesting. I think you need to give it a try. So this concept of a certain age doesn't resonate with stories doesn't happen at all. I've seen all ages resonating with stories, even old people, whichever workshop I have done, I always use stories. I'm a storyteller, always use stories. And I've never seen, from 5 years to 90 years, I've never seen anybody who's not interested in a story. Everybody is interested in a story. You need to train yourself to tell a story well. That is important. अगर आपको लगता है, I'll tell you another thing. अगर आपको लगता है, see, this is a general workshop, okay? So Aruja said that we have our teachers, and you need to give them a basic concept of how we can work with stories with children. But you know, I will tell you something. Everybody can tell a story, but everybody is not a storyteller. Okay? You need training and you need practice for it. It's not easy. अगर किसी चीज को बहुत interestingly बताना है, तो उसके लिए research करना जरूरी है, practice करना जरूरी है. हमको थोड़ा सा पता होना चाहिए कि how to use a voice, how to use this, how to use that, and all of that. It requires training. Everybody can sing, but everybody is not a singer, right? We all can run. अभी कहीं आग लगेगी तो आप सब उठकर भागोगे, लेकिन सब लोग मैराथन तो नहीं दौड़ते हैं ना. उसके लिए ट्रेनिंग, प्रैक्टिस, पेशेंस, टाइम सब कुछ है. So what I feel is, it's not that children or anybody on the planet will not connect to the story. Everybody will, but they should be trained how to tell them the story, what kind of stories to say, how to say, when to start, when to end, when to put it in between the pause. Does this concept require a story, or does it require something else? If it has to be told, when it has to be told, how it has to be, this is all very important. So once you know the right know-how about how to go about with stories, then you will be able to make any classroom anywhere on the planet more interesting with stories. That's what I feel.
Thank you very much. Would like to contact you. How can we contact you, Sareen?
So this is my phone number in the chat box, 4748-616. I don't know. Can you all see my phone number?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And this is my YouTube channel, which I have put before, so you can subscribe to it. And this is my Instagram handle. You can contact me anytime. I love to tell stories. I love to train people on how to tell stories. I hope you all had a good time. We have gone overboard with 8 minutes, but I guess I'm enjoying it. If you have more questions, you are most welcome to ask. Please.
It was a wonderful session. Very interesting and very nice. Thank you, Juhi.
Thanks to all the participants. Thanks, Jyoti ma'am, I would also like to inform Ms. Shireen. So we have Rakesh sir here who has Masti Ki Pathshala. His school has Masti Ki Pathshala. He is an excellent storyteller, and there are many more teachers.
Awesome.
Just now, Vinita ma'am asked you a question that how to incorporate stories for 11th and 12th graders. See, she is actually using music to teach tough concepts of science. And sorry, ICT, computer and all. So yes, there are many teachers here who can be helpful for you too, I guess.
Great, I can always learn from you, of course, yes. So I think we should all keep in touch with each other. You can contact me on Facebook also. Facebook, I'm Sharon Matthews. I put all my work on Facebook, so you'll be able to see me. Storynest official page is my Storynest page. Storynest official page. You can see all the work over there, whatever we do. So we do a lot of corporate events. We train corporates. I'm a full-time corporate storyteller. I do performance. I love to do performance. Performance, like really performance. So you get into first-person characters and you perform. So I love that. अगर आप लोग भी फर्स्ट पर्सन बनकर स्टोरी टेलिंग क्लासरूम में करेंगे तो एकदम धमाल हो जाएगा, यू नो. वो जो मूवी है पैच एडम्स, ऐसे टीचर्स बन जाओगे आप लोग. So it will be really amazing.
Hi, one story. I actually, as I'm an ICT teacher teaching coding to graders, 11th and 12th graders. But I'm definitely going to use storytelling in my classroom. I will definitely give it a try. Let's see how students will respond. But I will give it a try for sure. Thank you. Thank you for.
That's really. Pardon?
अच्छा मंत्र रहा.
Vinita ma'am, Vinita Garg ma'am. So
Yes,
I was talking about,
Okay.
I think Sani sir wants to say something.
जी, आपने अच्छा मंत्र दिया स्टोरी टेलिंग के संबंध में. और सबसे अच्छी बात ये थी कि जो कॉन्फिडेंस, विल पावर, ये सब पूरे जोर जोर से बोलना, ये अच्छा मंत्र था. आज का मैं समझता हूँ कि ये थीम है कि कहानी कहें तो पूरे कॉन्फिडेंस के साथ कहें. बहुत अच्छा रहा. मेरा मानना है कि शिक्षण व्यवस्था को कहानी कहकर भी बहुत अच्छा किया जा सकता है.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल.
और आपका बहुत बढ़िया रहा. तुरंत कैसे सिचुएशन उत्पन्न कर लेती थी. ट्रेनिंग, बहुत ट्रेनिंग की जरूरत है. सिचुएशन तुरंत उसको कहानी बना लेना. आंसू कभी होते हैं, तुरंत कविता लिख देते हैं. कहानी भी आप सिचुएशन करके बनाना, ये अद्भुत लगा, बहुत अच्छा लगा.
सर ये बहुत इजी है, कोई भी कर सकता है. जब हम बहुत ज्यादा सोचते हैं कि अब हमको ये लिखना है, इस टॉपिक पे लिखना है, तो हमारा दिमाग ज्यादातर काम नहीं करता. लेकिन जब हमारे हाथ में पेपर और पेन होता है तो हमारा ब्रेन डिफरेंटली वर्क करता है. आप बस एक पेपर और पेन लीजिए अपने हाथ में और आप लिखने लग जाइए. आप ज्यादा सोचिए मत, आप लिखने लग जाइए और आपको समझ में आएगा कि आप पूरी स्टोरी तैयार कर लोगे.
क्या बात है, ये भी एक अच्छी बात है.
आप ट्राई करके देखिए. जब हम बहुत सोचते हैं ना कि अब ये लिखना, अब ऐसे लिखना, अब कैसे लिखें, तो हमारा दिमाग बहुत अलग तरीके से चलता है. अगर आप वंस अपॉन अ टाइम लिखेंगे, बहुत पहले की एक बात है, उसके बाद की लाइनें आपको अपने आप आ जाएंगी. आप ट्राई करके देखिएगा. जी
जी जी जी. मैंने भी सैकड़ों बच्चों को स्टोरी राइटर बना दिया है, इसलिए मैं आपसे ये अच्छा लगा है कि 2 पंक्ति देना है, आगे बढ़ा दो, जैसे बढ़ाना है वैसे बढ़ा दो, और बढ़ा ही देते हैं बच्चे. बहुत अच्छा लगा आपका. ऐसा लग रहा था कि नॉन स्टॉप. बहुत बढ़िया.
थैंक यू सो मच.
Any more questions? इसको ऑफलाइन भी ले सकते हैं, since Shireen has already shared अपना contact number और सारी चीजें उन्होंने share कर दी हैं. तो whoever is interested, I will request one-on-one. Shireen will love to talk and take these things.
Yes, this is my WhatsApp number also, so you can contact me anytime. और मुझे थोड़ा टाइम देना, ऐसा सोचना कि नहीं आपका मैसेज आया और मैं आपको इमीडिएटली मैसेज दूंगी, ऐसा नहीं होता. तो आई एम अ लिटिल बिजी विद माय शेड्यूल. लेकिन जब मैं आपका पढ़ूंगी मैसेज तो उसका रिप्लाई जरूर दूंगी. भले ही 1-2 दिन हो सकता है लग जाए, हो सकता है कभी इमीडिएटली मिल जाए, बट आई ऑलवेज रिप्लाई. सो आई विल ऑलवेज रिप्लाई.
Thank you so much to all the participants. आपने वीकेंड का इतना इम्पोर्टेंट समय आपने यहाँ पर सेशन में दिया एंड बहुत कुछ सीखा. So I would like to thank Shireen too for such a wonderful session जो इतना interactive था. We usually used to have passive sessions जिसमें थोड़ा one-sided होता था. So this was quite interesting and really new for all of us. From हमारे director sir यहाँ होते तो उन्होंने भी बहुत enjoy किया होता. Whereas things are like really busy with him. He always checks on the recordings and session का जो हमारा recording है उसको वो check करते हैं. So it will be good. From his behalf, from Director Vijay Bhaskar's behalf and Ministry of Education's behalf, I would like to thank Ms. Shireen. We will love to take more sessions from you if all the teachers demand for something exclusively ऐसा कुछ. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I've had the pleasure of meeting teachers from all over the country. This was amazing, wonderful. Thank you so much. I'm honored. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Shireen. Good evening, everyone.